like sit
Oh my god, it looks so cute!
Yeah, so the transition from young Jasmine's reality to the dream state, we wanted to really figure out how we could honestly make it simplistic, subtle, but really making that final moment of her being pulled into the portal that much bigger. So when young Jasmine goes home after seeing the letter, she's in the living room, she's watching Tyra Banks on YouTube on her sideways laptop, and then this advertisement comes on of this QVC lady played by Jenna McCauley, my best friend, selling skin bleaching cream. And so as that commercial is playing, Harlem, who plays young Jasmine, falls asleep. And so pretty much what we're seeing from that point on is young Jasmine's dream kind of like meshing with reality. I personally have had dreams where it's like in settings that I exist in or in a recent setting that I've been in, and so the dream feels like it is real, and so I really wanted to make sure that we could like invoke that sensation of like confusing the enmeshment of reality to the dream, which is why we hear that first door knock and Harlem doesn't answer, and I feel like that's really realistic to like, I don't know about how many other black households, but I know definitely in my black household is always a rule, like, you know, if you hear the door knocking or you hear the bell ring and you don't know who's at the door, you're not expecting nobody, you don't need to answer.
Ma? I'm gonna get that shit.
Yeah, I mean, so I thought that me and Jasmine were kind of talking about that, and I felt like that was a really important piece to add into there. So when she ignores the bell, you know, the first time and then goes back to sleep, you see that the door is closed in that first shot, and then when the knocking happens again, the door is open. And so it kind of leaves this question of like, who's come in the house? What are the like logistics of how that even happens? And the best way to explain that really is that this is a dream. And I think even having the perspective of seeing young Jasmine waking up from the couch within the point in time that she's in this dream also kind of like disorients the viewer to really question like what is really happening here. And then we really realize like this is a transition into a different realm when the QVC lady is inside of the house opening the door and eventually pulling Harlem, young Jasmine, into the portal, which is the dream sequence. So.
Yeah, I think like because that whole section is like super symbolic. Like in the beginning, the high school short film stuff, like that's very like to the point, very literal. Like things that are happening on screen are real. This is the experience of this person, and then taking it to the home, really trying to create like a very clear, you know, just like movement away from reality once that door opens. And I think you had mentioned it earlier, and we were talking about it, but like, you know, making sure that like we're not just scaring you to scare you, and we're not just handing it to you like here's, you know, this what this means or whatever, but trying to find some place in the middle was definitely like something that Ken and I took some care into to make sure that like it's compelling, it's visually striking, but it's also like telling more of the story, that we're moving into this like horrific idea, this dream that is really a reality.
Yeah.